Self.
Back to this policy now on energy from the ACCC's released a report suggesting that the federal government should underwrite some baseload power projects. Let's go live to Montreal. Joining me is the Energy Minister, Josh Frydenberg, who's in Montreal ahead of the Canada-Australia Economic Leadership Forum. What's your reaction to this specific suggestion that the government basically underwrite investment, more investment in gas and coal, baseload power?
Well, the first thing I'd say, Kieran, is that what we have from the ACCC, which will be released by the Treasurer later this afternoon, is an extremely comprehensive and important piece of work. There are 56 recommendations, and the Turnbull government will carefully consider them, and we will consult with the states because a number of the recommendations have an impact on state responsibilities. There is good news for consumers out of these recommendations, which the ACCC has said will reset the market and drive power prices lower. As for the particular recommendation that you were referring to, what they are asking is that the government guarantee that new generators will receive a minimum price which will allow them to get debt finance. They have identified a market failure, and that new generators coming into the market in the latter years of the particular contracts that they secure with the energy users, they haven't been able to get longer-term contracts, which is necessary to attract the debt finance. So it's certainly a very interesting suggestion. The Prime Minister obviously will talk more about it later today and will allow Rod Sims, the head of the ACCC, to explain the motivation and the purpose of his recommendation.
Your colleague Matt Canavan, the Resources Minister and a senior Nationals Minister, he says that the ACCC has vindicated the common sense of the Nationals with the suggestion of underwriting baseload power. Is that fair?
Well, the ACCC has focused in this very extensive report on delivering lower prices and a more reliable system. Let's not forget that this report has been conducted over a 15-month period. They've taken more than 200 submissions and they've compelled some 48,000 documents that come from the companies involved. So this is very comprehensive. They've identified a particular market failure, and obviously on the basis of that recommendation, they think that we will get lower power prices, more competition into the market, and that's something that the government will carefully consider.
Do you also feel, well, speaking of vindication, do you feel that you've been justified in your approach with the National Energy Guarantee, given Rod Sims has given strong endorsement for the NEG?
Well, this is really important because the ACCC, as the competition watchdog, has got no partisan point to make. What it's looking to do is produce the best possible outcomes for the consumer. Now, we know that the National Energy Guarantee was recommended by the experts. We know that it will drive prices down and reliability up. And we also know that it's received an unprecedented degree of support from the large energy users and producers across the country. Now, this is good news that it's now received this additional support from the ACCC, and I'm hoping that the states and the Commonwealth can agree later in August to take this piece of economic reform forward.
And finally, Josh Frydenberg, you spoke about the need for the states to cooperate. Do you think you're going to get cooperation from the companies themselves? Because obviously so much is at stake for them and that they engage constructively on this.
Well, I think the companies recognise that they have a social licence to operate, and that depends upon them maintaining the confidence of the community. And certainly the community are seeing that power prices are too high. We have turned the corner on power prices, and I think that's really important. And it's also acknowledged in the ACCC report that wholesale prices are down, network prices have started to come down, and this is a result of the government's intervention in various aspects of the market, including getting more gas available to Australians before it's exported overseas. So I'm confident that the companies involved will work cooperatively with the Commonwealth, with the states, with our regulatory bodies to ensure that we get the best possible outcome for consumers, because that is all of our intentions.
Energy Minister Josh Frydenberg, thanks for joining me from Montreal over the phone, where you're attending the Canada-Australia Economic Leadership Forum. Talk to you soon. Appreciate it.
Thank you.